They've won 3 straight, 9 of their.
And your port.
Jeremy's rookie year. Toumani Camara is back after the 1-game absence. He stepped a couple of nights ago. Tip won by the Blazers. Abdia out on top off the screen. Chest pass to Simons for 3. Got it. That's good.
And let Anthony Simons, a sniper, operate off the ball, receiving a screen and get the shot.
He needs 3 more threes to reach Wes Matthews for 3rd all-time threes made in Blazer history. The inbounds, Abdia up top, checked by Caleb Martin. Over it comes to Simons, overplayed by Maxey, who deflects it away. Simons will regather, terminates the dribble, 8 to shoot. Philadelphia extending their defense. Abdia warily into the paint, step back over Embiid, around and no. Rebound gathered in by D.A. Brought it down low and it's stripped away by Caleb Martin. Paul George will bring it out of backcourt. Looking to Embiid. He lobs it low as Denny was fronting him. It was in deep. Embiid tosses it away. Abdia on the push. Gets it back from Simons. Slings a pass inside intended for Ayton. It got away from him. Philly on the run. Maxey with the 3. Embiid rebound position. Blocked away from behind by Camara. Grabbed by Simons. Works his way across midcourt. In deep. They again try to pump it low to Ayton. It's deflected away by Oubre. George the other way, accelerating to the rim. Nope. Rebound loosed. Jarred free by Sharp. Recovered by Abdia into front court. Centering pass here to Shaedon Sharp. Step back for 3. No. Rebound Embiid.
Keep going, Kev.
Embiid with a belt-high dribble. Backing down on Camara. Double teamed. Pass to the opposite point. Nearly knocked away by Sharp. Oubre recovers. Feeds to the corner. And the payoff.
Of events, there were a couple cross matches where Embiid had a smaller player on him. It was Denny first, Anthony second, but he was not able to score. And likewise on this side, the Blazers were trying to find D.A. down there.
Sparkling efforts in the wins against Utah.
It didn't seem like he had some kind of hot, unnatural good. Shots were falling.
Gets a couple here. Paul George will advance. Checked by Abdia. Maxey circling off the screen. Pumps to George. Elevated. Rebound to Simons. Ant will peel out. Holding pattern at midcourt. Off the screen from 8. Into a triple. Back iron. Rebound. Joel Embiid. Embiid getting 7 rebounds a game. We'll bring it out of backcourt. Good handler of the ball. Now he's going to make a bull rush. Turned away by 8. Swings it back to Maxey. Embiid. In deep. Fluttersman. Simon spots a seam, drives inside, defense sags over to Denny. Maxey recovers to strip it. Up the floor he comes. He is quick as lightning into the team opponent. Turnover.
Off a season high 15 steals at Utah in their last game.
Still narrowly won that one. Some late heroics by Maxey on the offensive end. There's Ayton inside, serve back iron, rebound grab by Embiid. Wear the face mask. Broke the nose in a mid-December game against Indiana. Into the lane. He jars.
Staying solid one-on-one.
Simons will bring it across. Ayton will screen, he'll roll. Simons downhill, finger
off. Anthony reading that drop coverage. Read it correctly there.
Martin handling, nearly threw it away and beat it the last moment. Spotted it, knocked it down, and
it's successful.
Foul on Camara. The crowd and the Blazers staff taking issue with the call by Danielle Scott. She's joined by Mark Lindsay and Trey Maddox tonight, whirling in. Paul George on.
It wasn't that long ago, Kev. A few years, but seemed not too long ago, that 2019 year, when he was one of the top 5 guys in the MVP voting throughout most of that year, leading Oklahoma City to the playoffs along with Russell Westbrook in that year.
Stumbling in, Denny Abdia lost control of his balance. It's grabbed by Martin, skips it ahead. Oubre dashing to the cup till 6 assists. Oubre, all their games, 15 starts. And he has given the Sixers a lead here, 6. Scoot drives it inside, plays off the contact, no. Trying to flush it was Camara, keeps it alive inside, regathers. Swings it outside, corralled by Sharp. Sees a double, floats it to Denny. Catch, shoot, 3. In and out, and the rebound collected in there by Oubre, twisted away by Camara. Loose rock, Henderson up top.
Doing some risky business down there, swiping to get that ball. Good pass from Scoot, good finish.
26 per. 7-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers. Winners of 9 of the last 12. 3 in a row. Abdia Trying to turn the corner, won't. Dribble handoff to Scoot. Working the angle, 7 to shoot. Step back 3. Got air under it. No. Rebound. Grabbed by Embiid. And a long outlet is plucked away by Scoot. Advance to Kamara. Into the lane, to the cup, to lay it up.
An interception, and they got it.
At the 6-minute mark here of the first quarter, the Philadelphia 76ers lead by 5. Embiid on a step. Sixers at one point were 6 and 15 with Embiid playing.
About coming into fruition and just being able to enjoy it. Much rather enjoy it on the sideline. Like, see this and drop, what was it, 25 at San Antonio? Something like that. And Coach Billups said, yeah, the score was good, but I needed the defense to be better. And it has been.
Embiid shooting 28% from 3 and 4 attempts a game, but he's much better than that. Up top, Henderson looks off a defender, drives it inside. He draws Embiid, hands to Ayton, double pump and lay it in. That's
because Maxey thought some action was taking place to Scoot's right. So Scoot sold that and then blew right by it.
Henderson trying to do 8. Scoot trying to slant, double, gives to Ayton. He'll dribble in deep, get to the body of Embiid, and goes to that
strange game on lock. He also has one of the nicest jump hooks in the game.
Paul George forced to relinquish it here to Embiid. 10 to shoot. Embiid will turn, he'll direct traffic. He sees Kamara at the rim, he'll pull up short of him. High bank, no. Rebound taken by Toumani Kamara. Chris Murray on. Reggie Jackson, the longtime veteran from Boston College, on the floor now for the Sixers. Scoot comes off the screen, sees Embiid, drags him to the baseline, bounces to Sharp, elevating to 3. Rebound, Kamara, look at him dig it out. Finds Sharp in the pocket pass, unloads to DA, one dribble, tentatively turns, hooks and...
We talked about, Kev, DA's jump hook. That is nice. And Toumani being a maniac on the offensive glass.
Ayton with 8 points. 23-19 count, 3:43 to go first quarter. Kamara, got jarred on an Embiid screen. Whisk, one of the more electric players in the 260.
Bruiser.
In his 3rd year, quite a factor in France in their ascension in the Olympics in Paris. Here's Henderson outside for 3. Rebound tipped out by Toumani Kamara. Control tip, give him credit for the rebound. Henderson the other way, inside out dribble drive.
He's exciting to watch offensive rebound.
Simons challenged by Maxey, accepts the challenge, drives it into the lane, flutters one up short. Yabusele the outlet pass. Here's Council. Change of pace, dribble drive in transition.
The Blazers try to cut him off.
To go first quarter. Scoot Henderson.
Getting into transition opportunities, the other are All-NBA, future Hall of Famers. A couple games. Back to you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Tom, and to time as well. Like an 8-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Maxey is ridden by Henderson into the lane, bothered. The runner won't go. Denny will up the floor. The 1-2 into the lane. Flipping over the shoulder. There's Murray with it.
That's what Denny did for Chris there.
Maxey sees 2. Inside. There's nice find. Clingan blew the lay-in. And then shot push. Bobby Jackson feeds it inside. To the truck. Yabusele. He'll turn.
Yeah, it fit though. Similar game in certain ways.
Bobby would appreciate that. Yeah. Jabbed away by Maxey off the screen. And the pop. Yabusele too strong. Jabbed away by Scoot. Recovered by Simons. Finds Advia clearing in traffic. Goes to the chest. 7th, they come in 12 and 17. For the year, 11th best in the East. They are 7 and 8 on the road. Maxey. Yabusele bothered by Clingan. Advia the rebound. On the advance, it's gloves to play. Plays with passion. On the inbounds, Henderson to Clingan. Trailing by 2. Under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Oubre tests the waters. Oubre will get it back. Clingan extending, recovering, gets some help. Off to Martin. Dribble adjustment for 3. Good contest over there by Jackson. Catch and shoot. Three. Hit the side of the glass. Murray out ahead. Avdia strolls in. Blazers on the 8-0 run to tie it at 31. Reggie Jackson working on a screen, darting around it, going over it, going under it. A scoop on the roll, up and in. Well played by Jackson.
Yep.
Drive and kick. Simons to Scooter. Lined up the three.
He always looks good.
Upbeat with a lot of energy.
I'm trying, but it depends on the game.
It's a tough profession, as you know. You've been obviously a head coach in Europe, 2 years assistant in Utah with the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder, what's it like getting back into that realm of coaching?
No, it's been great. It's easy to miss the day-to-day of being around the players and the live action, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot that we can do in the front office to help these guys, but there's nothing like being on the sidelines to feel that energy.
Sergi, when your players have
Probably that's maybe a question for them.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to do my
humility, Kev. Whether it's him, Joe Cronin, Mike Schmitz, Andre Patterson, Asia, go down the line, all of them. There's a humility level that really is a part of the DNA of
to have a level of self-awareness and understanding. It's important to understand what you're doing well and why the things that are working, but also why the things that are not, and how to fix them. And I think trying to make things fun at the same time that they are enjoying those two things together. I think it's a good recipe.
Are you surprised even as the coach how fast y'all been able to execute?
The first day of practice, the way that
Have you observed anybody that's
guys that were games and ended up hitting a G League game steal record for the history of the league, right? So it's kind of a next man now mentality in that league. You never know at the end that you have to balance the way you're going to play to the strengths and weaknesses of the guys that you are available at that point. That's kind of how it goes.
You would be the perfect person to ask about the significance of the G League to the NBA.
On the floor, last season, can we create a blueprint of what the Blazers could be in the future? Test it out, trial and error, and maybe things that are half-baked we can...
The remix night. Before we go, though, I got a question for you. How does it feel having the highest jumper in the organization on your team, Tajay Moore? Because, sir, I asked Shaden just to double-check. I said, Shaden, between you and Tajay, who's got the most bounce? And he said Tajay without question.
I feel the need to call a lob play from him from time to time. The problem is he's also one of our best passers. So then the decision is like who's throwing it and who's getting for it. But that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, that's a very good problem.
We're chatting with Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups. I can't tell you how many times he said it, guys. It was neat.
Well, it was great to see, Greg, and appreciative of him spending time with us on the air.
Yeah, he was great.
Philly gets another steal. Oubre to Martin. Embiid wants it deep. He dragged his feet.
Got to be locked in on him.
Scoot trying to keep Oubre on his hip. Off to Kamara. Sharp will drive and kick. Arcing a three up there is Avdia. Martin with it. Zips a pass to Yabusele. Yabusele games in a couple of years with the Celtics in 17 through 19 before playing Olympics. 11-0 Philadelphia run. 49-38 count.
Kind of a 1-2-2 zone here that the Sixers are playing against.
Henderson immediately goes to work on Oubre. Got in deep but lost the handle. Into the clutches of Embiid. Outlet pass. Yabusele. He wants to post up on Kamara.
He's a lot to deal with down there.
He'll lay it in.
Two way to offset this zone. There goes a gap right there. There goes another one. As gaps that are built into it. And it's the offense's job to find what those gaps are.
Avdia will probe. Embiid twist. 14 for Joel Embiid. Avdia spots a seam. Oubre is so good at getting his hands in there. Pokes it free. Philadelphia comes the other way, forcing another turnover.
At the top of that zone. When the ball gets to the sideline and the baseline, Yeah, that's when they can put it on the floor more, because that's where that gap for that straight line drive is opening up. But not so much at the top. It's not something they have to do. They can when an opportunity presents itself, but you don't have to.
Scoot drops it off on the dribble drive here to Camara. Tamani. No look inside to Ayton. Little hesitation, another hesitation. They say walk. Blazers extend pressure. Camara on Maxey. Embiid comes to screen. They double the ball. Embiid now will play make to Yabusele.
At the ball screen, you commit 2 to the ball. Embiid is now playing with numbers, and he likely is going to draw at least a defender and a half. And so there's going to be some open shooters if the Blazers guard the screen and roll that way.
Camara, the three is way short. Long rebound. Flipped ahead by Maxey. That's a terrific play. He picked it up and laid it home in one fell swoop. 17-point Sixer lead. They have opened things up here in the second. Camara strike.
Coming into this game, this Sixers team, as currently constructed and healthy, is different than the team that has the record that they have.
Turnovers here in the quarter. Philadelphia doing what they do, forcing turnovers. They're getting out and running, winning scramble plays. Doing it with Paul George on the bench, which is an example of two-hand jam.
This pick and roll with Maxey and Embiid, similar in terms of effect as Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo. As DA gets with that big man who's so destructive going down the paint, whether it's Giannis or Embiid in this case. It's just a lot to deal with, so that's why Philadelphia continuing to go right back to it. There it is again, Kev.
Without him. This evening. Simon slings it over here to Camara. Looks left, drives it right. Over to Sharp for 3. Got it.
Baseline drive from Tumani, baseline drift on the opposite side from Shaden. It's like clockwork.
Sharp, remember, in 4 of the last 5 games as 20 or better. Camara trying to go left and right around the massive body of Embiid. Joel makes the catch. Bull rush and a foul on Embiid. Games 9 of 18 against Dallas. Here tonight, just 4 attempts. Outside, Simon's a 3. Back iron, rebound, Tumani Camara. Rotate it to Sharp. Another look. A flare is short. Oubre scanning down the floor. Off to Caleb Martin, wide open. Trying to run out on him is Rob Williams, the third. Good effort. Long ball recovered by Sharp up the floor, pacing his steps. Finger hold it short, followed by Ayton. He keeps it alive. Gushes the gap here to within 11. Embiid quickly outside to Martin. And then they rotate it back to the big man. 6 to shoot. The wily vet from Cameroon. Little shake and bake step back. Got it.
That was an MVP level shot.
Ayton leaves it to Tumani. Hesitates. Close. Kyle Lowry. Oh, what I was seeing.
Yeah.
And that was not going to be good. 12-point lead for the Sixers. Maxey with it. They leave it here to Embiid. Working on Rob Williams, the third. Again, another step back. Rob read it, blocked it. It's controlled by Tumani. Tumani Camara with 1:24 remaining in the second. Philadelphia leading by 12. Simons working on Caleb Martin, 6'5", good defender, but Simons has a step and got Yabusele into front court with a dribble handoff here to Oubre. 54 seconds remaining in the quarter. 13 to shoot. Oubre leaves it from Maxey. Dashing in, quick step. The Sixers drive and kick. Ayton for 3. Arced it up, air ball. Grabbed by Embiid.
It's generally a harder shot when you pump fake. It doesn't mean you can't make it. It's just a general harder shot to shoot to regain that momentum.
So a quick possession, but 6-second differential between the clocks. Oubre will trigger for 3. And the rebound grabbed by Rob Williams III with 6. Sharp clears midcourt with 4. to Simons, drifting. Shot blocked by Oubre. That was a terrific. Philadelphia will begin play here in the third quarter with possession. Embiid outside to Paul George. Rocker steps and drives. Kicks to Martin. Leaves it to Maxey. Look at the ball shift over to the hands of George for three. No. With 3 fouls. Nonetheless,
so they feel good then.
They were still operating.
Yeah.
Saw that bunch production. Kelly Oubre along. Blazers had 11 turnovers, 15 points scored by Philadelphia off the turnovers. Sharp hesitates, drives it inside, sees Embiid, sudden stop, tried to step back, can't, got stuck, exchanges passes with Avdia, squares on a 3, rebound, Kamara. Simons to Sharp. Martin keeps him in front, shifting his feet. Avdia works it down to 4 on the shot clock. 2-man play. Denny cross court. Kamara catch and shoot 3. Sails it. Embiid 3-time all defense.
Yeah.
Paul George can be a stopper.
Yes. Maxey. And Martin, he's the attack dog a lot of times,
exactly.
along with Oubre.
That's just what Martin does. That's why he's been in the league. Step back for
shot. Couldn't even tell if the ball was fully in his hand.
Yeah, just kind of snapped it. Pass inside, broken up by Embiid. His knee twice this year. He's played 19 games. Reaching for it is Martin, going to the deck, jabs it free from Avdia. Up the floor is Mack.
Play faster, and we know Chauncey wants to play faster as well.
Thank you, Brooke.
A lot of good stuff going on with the Rip City Remix. Reggie Walker's over there as the senior director of marketing and operations, so that's a big reason why it's such a great show when you go to the games and see everything. And then you got Hannah Grout as the president leading the way. They're doing a great job over there, just really cultivating an environment, like Sergi said, that can complement.
It's a 16-point Philadelphia lead. Critical point here with 9:29 remaining. Inbounds, he flattens Kamara.
Fred Katz, the great Fred Katz, wrote a really nice article on Toumani recently about the way he could just be able to be defended.
26 per. Tough cover. Embiid up top, checked by Avdia. Maxey the back cut, slants to the middle.
And Kev, you said it, you were spot on. Quick as a cat. With Maxey, it is tough to play that top block defense, which Toumani does here. Maxey turned himself into a screener. Now Toumani got to deal with Embiid, and now Denny got to deal with Maxey.
That's after they drew the switch there with Kamara on Embiid, and he's so much guile, he got rid of it. Sharp stopped and popped. He's got 8 points. Sharp 8 attempts on the night. Oubre triggers, no. Rebound, Avdia. 13-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers. Blazers, 4 minutes gone by here in the third quarter, trying to get some momentum, a little consistency. Ayton, nice play. Finds it, feeds it, and
on the paint, so the three-point shot is typically open.
Portland has not shot the three-pointer well tonight. 5 of 22. Embiid 17. 3 lead changes and 5 ties in the first half. Sharp. Step back over Embiid. Good fight. Just 5 of 22 from three-point range. Led in that 8-point category in the first half. Paul George shifting.
An adjusting defense, and it pays off right there.
I thought the foul was on Oubre. You can see he clipped Sharp from behind.
Yeah, it was on the drive. Oh, go get it.
Lob up top to get here to within 8. 5 minutes gone by, third quarter. Maxey racing along the near edge, curls it outside, draws a switch. Avdia on him. Kamara now on Embiid.
Setting up his own big man by
George, challenged by Sharp. Unloads to Oubre. Corkscrew. Embiid goes to work. Trying to leverage. Avdia with a step back off the left foot.
Away from the bucket like that with Denny right in front of him.
He'll dash to the cup and lay it up and in. Blazers a little out of sorts there. We're spread out defensively. Sharp. Behind the back, then the dribble. Inside for the...
There from Shea off the bounce.
Sixers up 13. Sharp gets flattened out on Martin's screen. Embiid with it up top. He just bully balls Avdia.
This is a little bit different.
Up here in the third quarter, 9-2 run for Philadelphia. Scoot surveys, comes off the screen, goes right at Embiid and twirls one
Into his body to keep him grounded so he couldn't elevate.
One off the screen. Maxey circles around to get in front of him. Embiid gets in the Philly lead. 9 steals tonight for Philadelphia. To the baseline comes Scoot. Trying to win tonight. Despite that, they're trailing here by 13. They're very much in it with 4:42 left in the third.
Danny and Toumani able to switch everything up top. So now Toumani has Embiid after starting off on Maxey.
Another step back. It's off. Rebound volleyed it. Jackson steps in on the inbounds. It gets away from him. Henderson physical with him. Gains ground into the lane. Avdija after it. Tried
on the season. He has one earlier in this game, but Deni Avdija has far more.
Yeah, he was forced into 7 turnovers in the first half. It's not like him. Maxey on the inbounds.
He's at a career high number right now, Kev, tying it with 8.
Embiid, baseballs one over here to Oubre. Stands for Philadelphia with a lead of 13. Henderson straight away for 3. Sharp deflects it, but right to Reggie Jackson. Maxey off the screen, pops. Embiid runs down the rebound. Saves it to Maxey. Joel Embiid wants it back. Fakes the handoff. Muscles his way inside. The turn with the left hand blocked by Ayton. Good anticipation to Avdija. Turbo up the floor.
Turnover on that play.
You love to see that development from one year to the next from the 20-year-old Scoot Henderson.
Tom, thank you. Their last 10. Sacramento, 17 games in the month of January. Georgia, that $200+ million contract is a free agent.
Yeah, and they're talking about it even more after what they just did in Boston on Chris at full strength. So they got a lot of questions you have to answer on the floor. That's what the best teams have. Where every time you come down as a defensive unit, here being the Blazers, there are multiple questions you are going to have to solve in possessions.
Double team to Sharp. Unloads here to Henderson. Slants in.
Pass has been off, and against a team that's playing this well right now, as Philadelphia is at this point in the season, it's got to be on point. There goes another one.
Second youngest in the NBA. Tonight against a Philadelphia team that's, well, you look at all the experience. The left knee meniscus, presumably out for the year because of surgery. And all those dudes are sidelined.
Wow. There's just teams at different levels of when you were talking about the Mavericks the other night. When you said Luka Doncic is out.
Marshall,
PJ Washington,
suspended. PJ Washington.
Lively.
Yeah.
These upper echelon teams, their bench can go beat starters. And that's the road that the Blazers are on right now, trying to get to the level that their last 2 opponents are already at.
Oh boy, another mishandling of the basketball on the inbounds. Here's Oubre, a 3 missing. Rebound, George reloads later. 20 turnovers right now on the Blazers. Slipping the screen, Kamara tried to pack. Frenzy. Good production of the sport.
That is a basketball player's playground to learn the skills needed, have fun doing it. Teach you how to jump necessarily like Kelly Oubre Jr.
Yeah.
They can't. Now you can go through some exercises, but they can't guarantee that. But there's a lot of fun you can have in those facilities.
Oubre 15. Here's Sharp outside. Triggers no. Rebound. Vabuselli's had himself a nice night off the bench. 15 points in 18 minutes of work. Lob inside. Martin double. Ball moving. Embiid looks off defenders. Works it into the paint.
Then Rob Williams was cooked over, and Toumani's willing to do that. But Kevin, in that possession, I was reminded of something Greg Oden said the other night when he talked about how quiet the Blazers are a lot of times. Something that Coach Billups and the coaching staff has talked to them about a lot. 2 guys ran at the ball that time late in that possession, and you don't want that. That wasn't a coordinated double team in that situation. Philadelphia, the open drive.
Jackson double, gets rid of it to Embiid, trying to get it off.
Some spiders walking around. little ants walking around in areas where they were not invited.
Simons, 4-3. Yes, sir. 2%. Simons, however, 4 of 8. And he has now tied Wesley Matthews for third on the all-time threes list.
76ers in that zone. That means there's going to be a gap.
Ants pass underthrown to Rob Williams at third. Philadelphia the other way. Yabusele into the lane.
So they kind of matched them up with Philadelphia. They allow Philadelphia to rematch up with them by putting 2 Blazers on the side where there's 2 defenders. You got to offset the zone.
Simons, history all by himself.
One-on-one that time. Sixers back in a man-to-man. Anthony had the matchup he wanted against a bigger, not as quick defender.
Embiid pump fakes, then leans in on Rob. He's got such a solid pump. Irresistible. And then step 2. Scoot working his way on Maxey. Chest pass over here to Denny Avdia within 14.
Denny went from catch in the shot pocket to release in a flash.
Williams switches out on George, leaving Murray over there shading toward Embiid. George will drive and kick. Embiid with it, goes to work on Scoot. Put the dribble on the deck. Had it.
Defensive strategy, you can roll out and say, hey, if Embiid catches.
32 tonight. Take a look at the Pacific Office Autos event. 7 of 28. And then the turnovers. 21 tonight. These are turnovers. Williams up top. And that's an unforced error, but it's George who anticipates. By the way, Philadelphia has their largest lead of the night, up 18 turnovers. Times, though rarely, the 2 playing left, 4th quarter. Blazers take off for a road trip to LA, and then they'll see Damian Lillard in Milwaukee. On to Detroit, New Orleans, and Dallas. Backing down Embiid. Turns middle, flips it up and in from the field. 12 of 13 from the line. Bounds, and the Sixers take it again on a turnover. Hesitation dribble. Maxey. Martin. Yabusele. And finally.
Left, screen left.
To recover from knee surgery. Took him a year to rehab. Great to see him play basketball again.
Yeah.
Down his 7th year. Playing without pain. Caleb Martin along with Maxey and George on the deck. Embiid and Yabusele.
That last shot the Blazers got from Denny, that's a good look. That's good execution. Get it to go.
On the inbounds, George will fade. Tipped by Simons into the hands of Denny Avdia. Swings ahead to Sharp. On the open floor, pull up for 3 over Embiid. Recovery to Paul George. Shaden tonight with a dozen on 5 of 12 shooting. 1 of 8 from 3-point range. Maxey. Checked by Avdia, who was defending Embiid the last trip down. These 2 now switching it. Embiid into the lane. He had Kamara flip it up there.
Do you know how crazy that is? How did he get Toumani on his right hip? He used a jab step. We've seen Toumani guard. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. We've seen Toumani guard the best perimeter players in the league, and they can't blow by him like that.
Embiid 37 tonight. Sharp the runner. Soft delivery, back iron, rebounding. Simon still looking to surpass Wes Matthews for 3rd in the all-time threes made list. Drives it into the lane. High bank up and in. Philadelphia lead at 105-84. Under 7 minutes remaining now in the 4th. Embiid gets a little space, draws Avdia off his feet. Now he's got a double team on him. Still threads a pass inside to Martin, and he can.
And then he'd go get it.
Simons trying to set up Martin. Simons off the screen. Attacks the double team. Avdia trying to fend off Paul George. George reaches in, has the steal, and a loose ball foul call. And it
Really,
speaks,
ever since going to the bench.
it just speaks for the defense and the scouting report.
Oh,
Philly
100%.
put together on
100%.
They can see what was going on. So much stuff is run through Denny. So much dependency on him. 4 when they forced 19 or more turnovers.
Getting better every season, and all the numbers show season winning the most improved player, and he's at 26 this year, Kev. He's got 9 games in a row where he's made at least three-point shots. That's the second longest streak right now, next to LaMelo Ball, who's done it for 10 games. Oh, good attack on
81. Yabusele with it up top. Bouncing to Paul George, getting leverage on Avdia, going backdoor, curls, finds a couple of vets.
Yeah, defender turns his head. That's the time to cut.
111-84 count into the lane.
It's going to be available. He'll be comfortable taking that, comfortable doing that. All these reps matter.
Yabusele defended by Kamara. Maxey up top, 5-16. Philadelphia trying to put the finishing touches on the Blazers. 111-87. Maxey sends up a flare. Rebound tipped into the hands of George. He'll reload with a...
Yeah, he just moved into 9th place all time. With his 3, he made a U-turn.
200 mil. Signing here.
What can't Maxey do when you watch him play? Is there anything?
Now he shoots the 3 well. He handles it beautifully.
Shoots off the dribble, drives.
He is very creative, as you can see there.
That's going to be a big part of what they do. Oh, Shaden's going up again. You know, as they make that push, point guard play, so crucial.
And he has gained enough playoff experience, I think, in their previous outings. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Kamara into the lane.
How about that move?
It was a terrific move.
See, that's another one. The rep matters, though. It matters. This is a guy who hadn't played on the wing in high-level basketball in a long time. I mean, he was a 4 and a 5. But getting to do that move against a quality defender is just like the way Toumani finished last season. He was making moves, he was shooting shots. Then he came into this season more comfortable and got off to a great start.
Bryce McGowan on the floor now for the Blazers. So is Dwight Reef for 3. McGowan will circle it back outside the repair onto...
Was taking on the Lakers, and he just went to work. Whole team went to go watch him and the rest of the remix play. They knew you're not going to have to spend a whole lot of time down here, especially as the Blazers needed some bodies.
Adam Bana from UCLA on the floor. Here's a 3 off triple.
Yes, and it's going to get even louder if he gets a fast break in his last 2 minutes 56 seconds.
The 14-15 season when Jeremy Graham's a tough process. Tom Haberstroh.
Yeah, I looked this up earlier today, Kev. Joel Embiid didn't make his debut until 247 games into the process. Like, Brett Brown takes over, and they had to wait 247 games before Embiid, made his debut. And then
Grant, of course, was traded 2 games into his 3rd year in Philadelphia. He played 2 games on the floor just for hazard. Just for hazard pay. Just a year pro out of Sudan from LSU. He can help a lot of clubs. So Jackson is in. Without 2:18 left. Down and operating. Shifty. Crossing over. Hands to Pete Nance.
Council. Nope. There you go.
Oh, Council. Imagine. Walker slants in.
Yeah, look, he done bulldozed his way. Push on Dwight.
You know you're going to game.
Yes, he does.
Left foot stress eater. Blazers up the floor now. Refakes a handoff. Circling is Rupert. Drive and kick. Chris Murray elevating for 3. Rebound to Reggie Jackson. Philadelphia's going to move on to take on Sacramento and then Golden State on the second of a back-to-back, and then fly from San Francisco to Brooklyn to meet the Nets. Here's a pass intercepted by Rupert up the floor on the push. The 1-2 Gallup to Walker, leads Harry Mangold and Deborah Knapp. Evening 6-piece chicken McNugget. And Giannis Antetokounmpo himself for a play-in spot.
Goes Brown with the hands.
Minute left here in the fourth quarter. Jackson comes across the screen. Walker switches. As he operated, floats it over to Nance. Got it.
Former Blazer, Larry, in his short time here.
Yeah, very short. Out it comes to Walker. Another former NBA player's son, rimming off into the hands of Dalton. Sixers came in here. They did some work. There was no messing around. This club is on a mission. This will be their fourth consecutive win. They have won now 10 of their last. George back and healthy.